meet the candidates. We have a Republican, John McGreevey. He is running for U.S. Senate for the seat of Chris Van Hollen. Senator Van Hollen recently suffered a minor stroke. He's out of the hospital. We wish him well. But John McGreevey is on our Newsmaker hotline this morning. John, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing fine, sir. Thank you. Senator Van Hollen has, on many occasions, gone on record actually introducing legislation to ban what he calls our assault weapons, but those of us that are firearm enthusiasts know are semi-automatic rifles or long guns. Where do you stand on this issue, John, and as far as any kind of gun control measure that Senator Van Hollen is proposing?
Senator Van Hollen has done very little with the time in his office. The last couple pieces of legislation he worked on were just to make him feel better and to hide his family's past. Other than that, he took a lot of vacations during COVID. When we were locked down, he took a lot of vacations so he wouldn't be infected. As far as the gun control goes, it's ridiculous. Especially cleaning one type of firearm is more evil than another. I grew up around firearms. I used to compete when I was a child. I lived a walking distance away from a world-renowned ballistics lab that my cousins ran, HP White Laboratories in Harford County. So I grew up there, actually developed a ballistic vest to save police, law enforcement, military lives when I was just a kid. So I'm not for any kind of gun control. I don't like, any card that you need to exercise your rights. I don't like the right to carry. You have the right to carry already. Being infringed and trying to ban a certain type of firearm is ridiculous.
It is a very full field on the Republican side, John. I'm looking at, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different individuals all running. How do you differentiate yourself between you and the other 7 of the GOP side?
Well, I'm always teaching people about what to expect with a rhino. Rhinos really hurt when they get in there. They do too much damage, and they really hurt. It's a betrayal. The person, they sounded good, they said the right thing, you trusted them, you gave them your vote, they get in the office, and then that's what happens. So I like to teach you how rhinos occur. There's the unintentional rhino, there's one who just doesn't care. These are people with absolutely no background whatsoever in government. They're not prepared. They get elected, they get in there on day one, they have nothing, they have no idea what they're doing.
Well, I'm sorry, are you indicating that all the other 7 candidates are rhinos?
No. There's some are unintentional. Some of them, they mean well. They mean what they say. They're trustworthy. They mean what they're doing, but they're not prepared for what they're doing. You get the people all the time where it's like, I'm upset. I want to get involved. And getting involved is good. But it's like watching a heavyweight fight. The guy is losing, he loses, and then you get mad when you jump in the ring. This is not the place to get on-the-job training. They have people who are not prepared for what's coming.
Another big point of controversy, really shouldn't be, is that we have immigration laws in the United States, and yet Senator Van Hollen has really done nothing to uphold those immigration laws and or hold President Biden's feet to the fire on the intentional disregard of those laws. What are your thoughts on these open borders, John, and what would you do to stop it?
Open borders is ridiculous. I'm all for immigration. I don't even mind the fast track of immigration, but I have a question for them. It's like, what do you bring to the table? You want to come here because we're awesome, but what do you bring to make us better? We can't answer the question, why are you coming here? Why are we supporting you when you can't answer that question? What do you have that makes you special? What do you have that makes this country stronger?
John, what about the benefits for those people who come to this country legally? Should they be eligible for Pell Grants, for college aid?
No. Well, we're getting in Maryland, but no, they shouldn't be.
We're talking with Republican U.S. Senate candidate John McGreevey on our Newsmaker hotline. John, recently you and others exposing what you believe to be a horrific child trafficking ring. Can you give us an update on that? And I know that you were taken ill recently, and did that have anything to do with your exposure of these rings?
Yes, I'm one of the people who actually go and do what we talk about. I've done it for years. I have a background working with government at different levels, all levels. I took a job undercover when COVID hit to expose drug trafficking. People in Baltimore killing each other. It's not over parking spots. It's over drugs, drug money, things like that. So I went in to expose drug trafficking to save lives, and I did. But a child trafficking ring came up, so I exposed them. Documented everything for well over a year. Children are being exploited even in every county, in the city, in Maryland. It's a digital system. It's a system where you can watch live children, or you can watch live children being abused. You can even direct it if you want. Then they start bringing in live children. I exposed this and was poisoned for my trouble. I stayed too long. They had found out who I was. I wasn't aware of it. And they poisoned me. I was in the hospital for the last 2 months.
Oh, certainly we're feeling better, but did you report this ring to law enforcement? Did you go up the chain? Anybody interested in going after this ring?
Absolutely. Went to law enforcement, local, and because of the technical parts of it with the digital system, things like that, and the billing, they had to move it to the federal side pretty quick.
Where is it now? I mean, what's happening right now on it?
The FBI is working on the digital side of tracking everyone, because if you can't track it, that's why it's designed that way. It's similar to going to the library to watch something. You can't track it to your home. So they're working on the tracking. As for the physical part where the children are actually being brought in at night and exploited, the local law enforcement is working on that in different counties.
Just amazing. What else would you tell our listeners why you are the best choice among the Republican field to face off against Chris Van Hollen?
I'm ready to go day one. I have a background working with the government. As I said, I used to, my first official job was writing and testing encryption algorithms for the government. I was doing that before I could legally drive. I worked on satellites and communication satellites and reconnaissance satellites and spy satellites. Then I went into the military, started in the Army and the Maryland Army National Guard full-time, then into the intelligence community, and so on. I've worked on different levels and different projects that have had government, congressional oversight one way or another.
John McGreevey, thank you very much for your time. Sorry we're up against the clock, sir. Thank you very much. Good luck on the trail. And thank you very much for being with us. Appreciate it.
It's McGreeveyforsenate.org. McGreeveyforsenate.org.
That's GREEVEY. Right. 8:43.